Welcome to LSU's Tiger Stadium after dark, an environment unlike any other in sports. Very intimidating for visitors. As they say, this is where visitors' dreams come to die. And wow, do we have a fun one here ahead. A top 10 team walking into this snake pit of an environment, just trying to get out alive. This will be fun, as we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. 3A Sports College Football. I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk. Ball to the 1, 3rd down and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, that's a touchdown on the board here early in the game for him. And Chris, intentional or not, look how much time they took off the clock here in the opening quarter. So not only did they get a touchdown, they took the air out of the ball as well.
Here comes the field goal team. And he's got it from 49 yards out. What a powerful kick.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got it.
He made good on his first try. This one is from 36 yards away. The kick is good. Offense collects 3 points on the drive. And that will extend their lead. Off play action. He's looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. Here's a wide open receiver, complete. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs.
Well, perfectly thrown football here, and this quarterback's got to be fired up. That's his first passing touchdown of the season. Here's the first of hopefully many more for this young man.
To throw, it's back. And he makes the grab, a successful 2-point try. They bump the lead. There was so much anticipation, so much preparation on both sides for a matchup like this to begin the season, Kirk. That's a big W on a big stage here early.
Well, you get through camp, you wonder how the season's going to get started, and they cannot be any happier. Now we'll just have to see how far they can ride this momentum as we go through the first half of the season.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Lost, the defense is wide open. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is...
And after the previous play, I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because...
And he breaks into the open. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, South Carolina! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, David.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about him after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped
But first and 10 just outside the 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Dogs! What a grab and go for the score.
How about that? His second receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3 is coming soon.
From the 9.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Going deep. Snatches it on the right. All kinds of running room. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swing.
They're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum.
He's loose. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
Now the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. And he'll sprint in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now. I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different...
We'll be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He's back to throw on second down. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
What a play by this defense. The offense going in to take the lead. No. Flip the script. The big pick 6. Now you're leading in this ball game. What a play by the D.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off.
Defense just going to take a knee. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalries. And when you lose, man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice because this losing team now has to find a way to rebound and go out and play again.
No doubt, got to rebound, but this one stings. This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival, it's bragging rights, but you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week. Let's start focusing. This one's over, but I'm going to get you next year.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the UTEP Miners, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dogs!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Down at the 38. They'll go back to the ground. Turns it on in midfield. All kinds of running room. He's at the 10. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Georgia!
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Defense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. The 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Bulldogs. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
What are you doing? 3rd and goal, a chance to... Touchdown, Dogs! What a grab and go for the score.
And this offense right now, they're doing some damage through the air. That's now their 2nd passing touchdown. They thought coming into this game they were going to have some matchups on the perimeter of the field that they could take advantage of, and they've done that so far here today.
Post trying to defend their own end zone. Barges ahead. Touchdown, Georgia! And the stomping has commenced.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lost yardage. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Looking down the middle. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the pummeling has started.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
him at the 16. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. Spits it out to the back. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. Touchdown, Dogs! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this.
This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer.
This is Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Welcome to Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Crimson Tide. This place is charged up and ready for a big game today. Today, it's a top 25 matchup. Two teams off to good starts, hoping to build on that and test themselves against another ranked team. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the second-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. They're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
I think they completely caught this defense off guard. 4th down and goal, I think everybody thinks the quarterback's going to have the ability to run or throw, but instead they run the football in here, and they somehow get this touchdown. Snapping the ball inside the 10-yard line, we always know for the quarterback.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Tide.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today. Here, doesn't matter. Nice 1st down.
And the back now goes in motion.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a 1st down.
Touchdown, Alabama. This quarterback on fire today.
That's taking advantage of a matchup there, Chris, by the quarterback finding his receiver. He puts the ball up in the air where he can make a play on it, and they come up with that touchdown.
Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. And he is wide open for a huge gain. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? No stopping and takes it all the way. Touchdown, Bama.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
The offense, 1st down. Back to pass. It's back. He'll take a deep shot here. And the catch is made way downfield. That's a big gain, but they could have used that when this football game was still in doubt.
Oh, just outstanding execution here by this offense. The offensive line gives the quarterback time, and the quarterback's anticipation was on point. Puts that ball right in the money. The receiver, all he had to do was turn and catch the ball for that touchdown.
Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Dogs. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the third quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
In store. We're going to find out. Trying for the touchdown on the right side. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Chris, you think this guy, when he went to bed last night at the team hotel, thought he would score not one, not two, but 3 rushing touchdowns in one game? What a day.
Searching for answers now. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Got space, looking to score. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
You know, today's not been their day, but the thing that you can always hang your hat on is these guys are still competing. They come up with a touchdown here late in the fourth quarter. Can use that as hopefully some momentum into next week.
Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game, and today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to famed Sanford Stadium between the hedges in Athens, Georgia, home to the Bulldogs and 90,000 of their closest friends. And a rivalry like this is what makes college football great. Yeah, the tradition and the history, but right here, right now, there's great intensity. This is why these guys came to these schools to play in games like this. As we'll see the number 12 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, against the 18th ranked team, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. The Auburn Tigers offense will have the football first here. Here we go. You can feel the juice in this building. What a privilege. Down play for this offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now. The Bulldogs will line up now. It's 1st and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs.
Here they just rely on the big boys up front to get a good push, get some tough yards to put 6 points up on the board.
Down without scoring. Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Launching one to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Georgia. So they reach the end zone after a marathon march. How about the execution in that drive, Kurt?
Well, I know a lot of times people get excited for the big plays. They're fun to watch. But what's impressive to me is an offense that can put together a long drive and then finally cap it off with a touchdown. That way you don't have to all
down pre-snap. Makes a quick grab. Worked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report. You look at him on film all week. The defense coordinator tells you, get ready.
He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And momentum really building now. This one could get out of hand here in a hurry.
And that's the last thing you want to do in a rivalry game. Not just lose the game, but get embarrassed. I mean, you got to fight for 60 minutes.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Can he take it all the way? the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Dogs.
Well, it's just something freeing when you have this kind of lead and you can just turn the defense loose. Getting aggressive pays off for them here. They get the interception, and what athletic ability there to take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Well, so much emotion coming into this game. Always tough to lose to your rival and know the other side's going to have bragging rights now.
Yeah, this one hurts. This one hurts. These are the losses that cut a little deeper because of the bad blood between the two teams.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to make the connection on first down, now here on second. He's looking to throw. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
Number 60, with the grab and the score.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Spits it out to the back. And that ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Arkansas! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
Catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He caught it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Razorbacks! If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing for this up.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Touchdown, Dogs! And that one will give him the lead.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Back will take a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
That's going to do it for us from here for Jesse. Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the UMass Minutemen, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Fast motion from the offense. Tight end finds a soft spot. Touchdown Bulldogs! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
The ball. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. It's Pumachan. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia! What a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Trying to pay it off on second and goal. Trying to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Dogs! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I'll tell you what.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. And man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything starts to turn around and swing the other way. They got it all going in the right direction.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another Welcome to Jacksonville, Florida, and the annual site of one of the best rivalries in the sport. Not a lot of distance between the Gators and the Dogs, and once a year they come here close to the state line and draw their own battle lines. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. 5-yard line. So Florida's offense takes the field. This nasty, bitter feud, most of the year's Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Looking to move it through the air. He's got it. All kinds of running room. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Trying to punch it in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia!
And there's no secret about it. Line up in goal line formation. I'm going to run the ball down your throat. My guys are more physical than you. 6 points on the play.
Second and goal. On the ground. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you and bludgeon you. And
This offense.
Good enough for a first down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Georgia! And the route is on.
this guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense, too. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Dogs! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled.
Timeouts, Palmer, walk out here with a dub.
Yeah, this defense should just use their timeouts. Can't take them with you, right? And let's just see. Who knows? Crazier things have happened in college football. Maybe they put the ball on the ground. They don't execute the center-quarterback exchange.
It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days, you can talk about how you went out, you dominated, and you beat your rival. A lot of these guys are going to go on to the NFL. They'll be in locker rooms next year. They'll be
Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land. Rebels will call on their punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Blocked! The heat got to him. I don't know what he possibly could have been thinking there to wind up all the way back in the end zone and taking a safety.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost where you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking.
Georgia hunkers down in the red zone. Caught in the backfield, it's Urasek. Touchdown, Dogs! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target, then make the big play, get the touchdown.
Third and goal with a touchdown. It might be getting a little tough to... And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Slams ahead. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And the punishment has been extended. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the...
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they're going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everybody, and we are fired up for another sensational college football matchup. Nobody at home today who can stake their claim in this neutral site showdown. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Tackle. So the Clemson Tigers offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. Going to work in the red zone. They can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Follow the blocker. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Lisa, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to... He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
Comeback. They're trailing by just 4 to Appalachian State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Second and goal coming up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. And we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to... Welcome to Athens, Georgia, Sanford Stadium, home to the Georgia Bulldogs, where more than 90,000 have already started to bark loudly. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And now the ball is free in the end zone. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
Trying play action. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Goal for the offense. Back to pass, it's back. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Inside the 40. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
Dude, you're just thinking hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
A huge chance for points here on 3rd and goal, and if they can get it in, we might have ourselves. And he's sprinting, he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Georgia!
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Play on 1st down has now set us up with this 2nd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments.
There is a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Welcome, everyone, to the original conference championship game. There's simply nothing quite like the intensity when an SEC title is on the line. All the legendary players, the epic moments who have made their mark on this occasion. The intensity is simply unmatched. Can't wait for this one. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 4th-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. There, that's where we'll start the drive. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will begin backed up off that forward turn. Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Looking to make a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. It was a foot race and he won it.
The key to me in this is the quarterback gets the ball out of his hands early. Allows the receiver to run underneath that deep ball on that post route for a beautiful touchdown. Positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver.
Will he score here? Touchdown, Georgia. And they will claim the second half lead.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Now, looking to pass here on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. That's just nice execution. The quarterback and receiver, Kirk, perfectly in sync that time.
Yeah, you can see why route running is one of the most underrated attributes of a receiver. It's easy to get caught up on their ability to catch or their vertical or their speed, but nothing substitutes for someone who can create separation like this before the ball's even thrown.
Scanning the field, inspect. Quick throw, testing the middle. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Strong game by this quarterback. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than a conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
Down. And there's the handoff. He's got room looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Bama. And they'll claim the fourth-quarter lead.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
in this crucial possession. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Grab down the middle. It's Bell. They tackle him. Looking to pass. It's Beck. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Tackled, but only after picking up a... And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Heads out of bounds after running for the first down to keep this scoring threat lead. It's third down and goal. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he'll be stopped just in the final quarter of a close game. They're going to go for it on fourth and goal. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Flips it to the running back. Can he make the... Wow, what a tremendous run these guys have had. And now they can call themselves champions of the SEC. That's one of the most difficult titles to earn in this sport. And now with the playoff looming, we can find out how they fare against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everybody, to something brand new and historic. The 12-team college football playoff is here. And an exciting new wrinkle, these first-round games are on campus in front of hyped-up and partisan crowds. Two teams battling for the right to move on to the quarterfinals. This is a very intriguing matchup. One team that earned the right to host this game and enjoy tremendous crowd support against another team that slipped into the playoff, trying to establish a tradition now of upsets in the first round of the CFP. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Virginia Tech Hokies. The Dogs come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And he's got it! Touchdown, Dogs! Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down in the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch.
On first down and goal. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Boy, as a defensive coordinator, you've got to be careful being so worried about this pass game and this quarterback that you're a little bit soft up front, and it costs you. It's exactly what happened here as they score this touchdown.
And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Looking to scramble. He's got some room. Can he get there? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. So here we go, fourth quarter. They've cut into the lead, but still work to do.
Well, I think the cool thing is that they're still battling, and they put themselves at least in a position now to possibly come back and maybe, who knows, win this game. But it's going to be up to their defense. They've got to get the ball back to have a chance.
The obvious move here is to go for a 2-point conversion to cut this lead to 3 as time winds down. From the gun, he looks for an open man. But they can't make the connect downs for the offense. First down. And the quarterback just kneels down. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everybody, to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals. For the top 4 seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 8 seed in this playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. And the quarterback keeps it here. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
Because that's what I love about this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
Back to pass. It's Orgy. Looking for his big tight end. Easy throw to a wide-open receiver downfield. Touchdown, Michigan. Strong game by this quarterback. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on them. Look at this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
This is a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. And it's intercepted. Can he take it all the way? Touchdown, Bulldogs. And the defense joins the party with a pick-6.
Chris, that second-tier defender, the linebacker, sometimes can get lost in coverage. I don't know if the quarterback saw him. The quarterback threw it right to him, comes up with the interception, and then he has the speed to take it all the way to the house.
Two-point conversion attempt. Looking to pass. It's Beck. The pocket breaking down. And he's taken down, doesn't get rid of the ball, and the two-point conversion does not work.
That keeps the score. Georgia 19, Michigan 7.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Fires it to the wideout. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Wolverines. That's the kind of execution that's built on the practice field. A very precise pitch and catch for a touchdown.
You know, when we were out of practice, one thing that really stood out to me about this receiver was his ability to separate with his route running ability. You could see that right there on game day and how that shows up for a touchdown.
Down and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. And he's got it. Touchdown, Michigan.
Chris, how fitting that this offense finds a way to score a touchdown late in the game. They've been doing it all year long, and a big reason that they're here in the postseason. Now, you always practice the two-point plays, right? Now, you better pick your best one and deliver to tie this game up.
So it comes down to this, late in the game, a two-point conversion to tie this up and potentially force overtime. Back to throw, it's Orgy, bringing pressure. And he's sacked, a clutch stop from that conversion, and it's still a two-point game here. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so they'll take a timeout. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfect. with a crucial turnover. And they bring him down. Great play by the defense, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the play stands. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for the wide out. Grab down the middle. It's third down. Back to throw. It's Orgy. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. That moves the football in. Oh, it's a reverse. Defense not fooled at all. They get him right at the line of scrimmage. So now we're going to have a crucial field goal attempt coming up. And a late timeout taken, just 4 seconds on the clock. So on fourth down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. Oh, it's no good. The CFP journey ends with that missed kick.
Well, I think they knew that was going to be a long shot if it went through, but in the end, it looks like they're going to come up a little bit short today.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Ball is snapped, and the quarterback will just take a knee. In these playoff games, it's win or go home. So one side can continue to dream about the national championship. The other side suddenly, Kirk, their season is over, but it's been a good ride.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. You know, it's easy to focus on the team that advances, and they should be happy, obviously. They had a great year. They're going to continue to go on. But the team that comes up a little bit short, you know, you can see the emotion down on the field right now. They put so much into this year. Hopefully they'll be able to learn from this and come back even stronger next year.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit, and here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? It brings up a third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
That kind of play is almost impossible to defend. When the quarterback is throwing the ball with that kind of accuracy and timing, and the receiver runs a route like this, good luck trying to stop it. So maybe this is a great start for this combination, this quarterback and receiver, for a big day. On your receivers to make plays after the catch. Now you're third down and long. You're going to have to get...
Looking to make a play deep downfield. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Well, a touchdown to a wide open man. What in the world was going on the defensive side of it?
What was the defense thinking here? You can't let a player roam free like that. They just completely forgot about him and gifted him a touchdown.
Defense, third and long. Looking to throw again. Going for a big play downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Georgia. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him. offense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw.
The ball is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Across midfield. Out past the 30. Inside the 10. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. Wow, a takeaway and a touchdown. We are all tied up with a spot in the championship game at stake.
Well, the timing of this, not just coming up with this turnover, but the defense, opportunistic awareness, and being able to turn that into a touchdown. As you said, Chris, a tie game. Now everything's in front of us. Who wants to get to the championship the most?
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. He's got it near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. And the quarterback dropping back. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
Back onto the field. The last possession ended in an interception. Let's see if they continue to trust this quarterback in the passing game. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
Great job here by the backer, just mirroring the quarterback, reading his eyes, and then stepping in front of that throw. Comes up with it, and then he goes back to high school and shows you what he can do with the ball in his hands. Takes it in for a touchdown.
The coach deciding to go for 2 here to cut the margin to 3 points. Looking to throw. It's back. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete. They were fortunate to get points on the last possession because of a long-range field goal. Looking for his big tight end. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter. Just a brilliant game for this quarterback. With a spot in the natty on the line, we need you guys to step up, and this guy has delivered so far today.
You know, it's just everything coming together. The preparation that he put in leading into this game, the offense doing their job of taking care of him, the receivers running good routes. Everything right now is clicking for this offense and this quarterback.
Strike, a 1-play touchdown in the last possession. Let's see if they can duplicate that magic here. And he's got his man open downfield. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Georgia. Made the defense look slow that time. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down. Well, this is what you hope for. Have a chance to just take a knee, end this game, and advance in the playoffs.
Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome, everyone, to a piece of college football history as we crown this season's national champion. There's been so much that's gone into getting here, twists and turns, and now it builds to this, the battle for supremacy. And these two teams have survived the expanded playoff grind. They have battled through a regular season, multiple playoff victories, all sorts of challenges and adversity, and they've arrived at this moment, the battle for that precious trophy. As we'll see the number 2 seed in this playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC team, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Launching one to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Tide. Some of the crowd hasn't even settled in. We got points on the board. Buckle up, Kirk.
I mean, this is amazing. This is exactly how you envision it, with the long layoff, the hype, the pressure, all the interviews you've done, and to be able to start off with an opening drive and a touchdown, couldn't have scripted it any better.
Three and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Play action here on first down. That's a bullet right into the heart of the field. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. At the 10. Touchdown, Dogs. No chance to catch him.
Chris, as you know, anytime you hit a big post route like this for a touchdown, the timing between the quarterback and the receiver is essential. Nice job of not waiting too long. Quarterback takes a hitch, gets the ball out early, and allows his receiver to run underneath the beautifully thrown football for the touchdown.
Set it down after that completion. On first down, it's play action. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now for the 2-minute warning, a chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Touchdown, Georgia. Strong game by this quarterback. So a long, methodical scoring drive. Great execution. Championship pressure.
Man, this is the biggest stage that you can play on. You're in the national championship, and drives like that are going to wear down the opponent physically and mentally. This wasn't an accident. They were very intentional about to catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass.
The catch is made for a huge pickup. Breaks into the clear right down the middle. End zone ahead. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Alabama.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake, and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
Down and goal, upcoming. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
Man, that's his second touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
Which will bring up 4th down. That's it. It's official. We have our national champions. Well, this was an intriguing matchup coming in. We weren't sure which way it was going to go. Kirk, what do you think made the difference today?
Well, I think it's the critical moments, the third downs, the red zones, the turnover margin. Those are the areas you're usually going to see the difference in a close game, and today they were able to come up on top in a lot of those aspects of the game.
Well, that's going to do it for us and wrap up another outstanding season of college football. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. Officially, your kings of the college football world and national champions, the Georgia Bulldogs.